Keep on working. I'll be watching you. But there's nothing left to do. I've scrubbed all the dishes. I've cleaned up the room. Have you done the laundry? Yes, the laundry too. And I changed the couch covers. There's really nothing more to do. Are you absolutely sure about that? We're about to have a family gathering. If anything goes wrong, you'll be responsible for it. Well then, why don't you check this place to make sure everything's perfect? Saying that means you're not confident in your own work. Without having it checked, you can't even be sure you did things right. You're always like that. You never check my work because you want to criticize me later. Then work harder so that I don't have to criticize you. That way, you can become a superb housewife. Really? Let me tell you, I can make 100 complaints to even the very finest hotels. In other words, if you no longer receive complaints from me, that means you have become 100 times more skilled than the employees working in a super luxury hotel. Wouldn't that be nice? 100 complaints? You're just a complainer. Shut up! I'm trying to train you. I used to be strictly trained by my mother-in-law too. Young people these days are so spoiled. It's pathetic. I don't think I'm spoiled. You are spoiled. Just look at you. I'm going to knock out your laziness, so be prepared for it. But I don't think it's a good idea to set up a camera in the living room. This is too much. I can't even relax. You don't deserve to relax. When you are at home, work every second. Don't stop. You are a non-stopping housekeeping train. Non-stopping housekeeping train? Claire, are you okay? You seem to have been working non-stop today. Why don't you sit down and relax a little? Oh, Leslie, thank you for your concern. But I shouldn't be resting. I'm a non-stopping housework train. If I stop, it's the end. What are you talking about? Well, there's a lot going on. Anyway, I can't take a break. Perhaps. Is that what Janet tells you? Yes, that's her training strategy. Oh, I see. She must be very hard on her daughter-in-law. Isn't she ashamed of herself for being mean at a good old age? Claire, you can just ignore her and take a rest. But you won't feel comfortable if you keep on working like this. Let's sit together and have a chat. That's what family gatherings are for. Thank you. I really appreciate your kindness. By the way, have you talked to Avon about this? That Janet is treating you like a slave? No, I haven't been able to talk to him about it yet. He is in the midst of an important job right now, so I didn't want to worry him. But he was looking at you with a concerned look on his face just now. I'm sure he has some idea what's going on. You need to talk to him about it. I'm well aware of that. Janet is treating me extremely badly today, so I'm trying to be a little dramatic so that Avon can sense the situation I'm in. Oh, was that so? You're a woolly girl in a good way. I'm a little relieved. I guess you'll be fine then. So, Leslie, you don't have to worry about me. Please enjoy your time here. Thank you. I'll do that. Where the hell are you? Get back here and do the chores. The dishwasher is almost full. I'm sorry, but I'm at the hospital right now. Hospital? You're a housewife, not a nurse. Why do you need to be at the hospital now? Even if you're not a nurse, you could still go there as a patient. Then, let me explain to you why I'm here. I came to the hospital because you hit me in the head with a tray, and I bled all over my head. Are you satisfied now? There's no way you could bleed by just something like that. Look at the couch I was sitting on. There are traces of blood. You hit me with all your might, and the corner of the tray cut my head. That's because you sat on the couch. You've been trying to skip out on your chores. Why can't I just sit on the couch for a second? Besides, it was in a different room from where the relatives were, so no one would have realized. A daughter-in-law is not allowed to rest, even for a moment. I told you so, didn't I? Why did you lead the relatives to the sunroom? That made it hard to serve them lunch, being far away from the kitchen. I thought they would enjoy the autumn scenery. You increased your workload on your own. Just get back here and clean up the kitchen. Why are you so hard on me? It's for your own sake. When I was young, my mother-in-law was hard on me too. By Leslie? Yes, I got brutal lessons from that woman. So, I'm going to make you suffer the same thing. That's the reason you've been treating me like this? I was hit on the head with a tray for such a stupid reason? Shut up. You've been a cocky little bitch from the start. I have no idea why Avon married you. Anyway, get the hell back here. You have work to do as my daughter-in-law. I told you I can't. I'm at the hospital right now. Besides, I don't want to go back to a place with a person who has no hesitation in committing violence for stupid reasons. You called that violence? You're overreacting. It's normal to re-educate a daughter-in-law who tried to skip chores at a family gathering. I can't believe you'd go to the hospital just by getting hit with a tray. Next time, it's your turn. What? Hello, Janet. I happened to see you hit Claire. Oh, you did? But that was my way of training her. I don't need you, an outsider, to say anything about it. Please, leave us alone. I see. The next family gathering will be in 2 weeks, right? See you then. Hey, what the hell is wrong with you? Why did you hit me like that? Because you're my daughter-in-law and you were sitting at a family gathering. I'm your daughter-in-law, but... To me, you are my daughter-in-law. A daughter-in-law must always be doing the housework without a break, considering herself a non-stopping housework train, right? Then why were you sitting on the couch? But still. Are you trying to tell me that hitting you was too much? How can you say that after sending Claire to the hospital the other day? I would never do that in front of others. Even at that time, I did it when no one was around. That's because you thought you would be criticized if you did it in front of everyone. Well, that's... Of course, you hit her in the head with a tray. Whatever the reason, it's not acceptable. Don't you think so? You did that unacceptable thing too. It's like we went back in time. We used to argue a lot 30 years ago. remember? Shut up. It's you who'd made me a strict mother-in-law. You were hard on me when I was still young and was trying my best to adjust myself to my new married life. Don't tell me you've forgotten. Are you trying to say that what you did to Claire are the things I did to you? Yes, that's the truth. I never scolded you unreasonably. I only said what I should say from my point of view as your mother-in-law when you did something wrong. No, it wasn't like that. You saw me as your enemy and bullied me to relieve your stress. That's not true. It was all because of your awful deeds. You used my son's credit card for expensive purchases without his permission, and you even tried to have him use his company card on your personal trip. Matthew seemed troubled that you wouldn't listen to him, so I decided to have a talk with you to put some sense into you. That has nothing to do with this issue. I don't think it's unrelated. I did scold you a lot, but that's only because you had many problems with your behavior. Don't you think so yourself that your actions were wrong? Oh, shut up. I was young. Don't bring those things up again. Claire is just as young as you were then. Ah! I told you to shut up. Just quit it already. You're no better than the young Hugh who was scolded by me all those years ago. Don't get carried away just because you've got that old hag on your side. I'm going to crush that old hag. Then it will be the end for you too. Crush her? Yes. She hit me with a tray in front of all my relatives, so I decided to sue her. But you did the same thing to me. Why is it okay for you to do it but not her? I just did it to train you, but that old hag did it to just relieve her stress. Training? It didn't seem like anything of that sort to me. If you're gonna sue Leslie, I'm gonna sue you. Are you crazy? It's only natural that you get sued too, since you did the exact same thing to me. Where is proof that I hit you? What? I never hit you with a tray. Leslie said she saw the scene too, but I think she must have made a mistake. I'm amazed at how terrible you can be. You're not just a nasty mother-in-law. You're the worst kind of person you could ever be. Oh, that's defamation, you know. I'll sue you for it. You seem to have forgotten, but there's a camera in the living room where you hit me. Oh, I totally forgot about it. I saved the video data that night, so I have proof you hit me while I was just sitting on the sofa. That's why you led the relatives to the sunroom instead of the living room? Yes, I figured you would do something mean to me behind everyone's back. I didn't expect you to hit me with a tray, though. Well then, I should also have proof Leslie hit me. It was in the sunroom, so there were no cameras. You say that Leslie hit you, but isn't that some kind of misunderstanding? You've got to be kidding me. Fine, I still have a lot of witnesses. I'll get the other relatives on my side and get you two out of here. Good luck with that. Hey, what did you say to Avon? You must have said something to my husband, too. Did something happen? Don't play dumb with me. Even told me he was cutting ties with me. With his own mother. Of course, no one will want to be family with a mother who beats up their spouse behind their backs. But it's not like I talked him into it. Then what about my husband, Matthew? He's saying he'll divorce me. He must be saying that for the same reason. Your husband seemed to be very dismayed by all the commotion you caused, Matthew. Instead of getting everyone on your side, you're having everyone going apart from you. I guess it's only natural, seeing your awful personality. This is all your fault. I only scolded you for being a bad daughter-in-law. Why do I have to be the one to blame? You're the bad daughter-in-law. Damn, you again. Leave me alone, you old hag. Here you go again. Whenever I say something you don't like, you call me an old hag. Even though you are being scolded for your own mistakes, you don't even try to reflect on them and hold a grudge against them. You haven't changed at all. I'm surprised. You always act like you're the boss. You were never the perfect mother-in-law either. Yes, that's true. But I never used violence against my daughter-in-law. Shut up! You and Matthew are getting divorced, right? That means you'll no longer be my family. Goodbye. You contacted me just to say that? You're mean, aren't you? That's because you called me an old hag. You've made me angry. I feel good to see you get what you deserve. You were abandoned by everyone. You will be kicked out of your house, and from now on, you need to live by yourself. Damn it! Well, goodbye then. Janet, please stop wandering around the house. We've cut ties, so please leave. That's the house I lived in for almost 30 years. Please forgive me. I beg you. It's not my decision to make. Since the divorce has been finalized, there's nothing you can do about it. Why don't you just go back to your hometown? I don't want to. I want to stay here. I apologize, so please forgive me. Please. I can't help you. If you continue to disturb us, I will call the police. No, don't. Please, don't call the police. I won't disturb you anymore. I'm leaving, okay? Janet, did you do something bad? No. It's just that I get nervous around cops. Well, I don't think you need to be nervous unless you did something bad. If you have done something, you should turn yourself in. I've done nothing, so no need to worry. So, just for confirmation, you'll never forgive me for what I've done? I mean, it's not about forgiving you or not. Just like all the other relatives, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Please, leave us alone and never show your face again. Even if I were to earnestly reflect on my behavior and change my attitude? No matter how much you change your attitude, I'm confident that I'll still be able to complain about your personality. Just like you being able to make 100 complaints at a luxury hotel. After that, I blocked my mother-in-law's number and cut off all contact from her. She seemed to have come to check on the house from time to time, but as soon as I suggested calling the police, she stopped coming. I was worried that she might be doing something bad, and sure enough, we heard that she had been arrested by the police. And the charge was purse snatching. She had been repeatedly snatching people's purses with a motorcycle she had stolen. But she had no license to drive a motorcycle. I laughed upon hearing the details, wondering why she would go to the trouble of making a minor charge more severe. After being arrested and paying the damages and debts, she finally gave up and went back to her hometown. She is now living quietly at her parents' house, where her own sister and her husband live. I hope she will reflect on her bad deeds and change her attitude. Since she left, the house has become completely peaceful. Now we live happily, and I enjoy my life as a housewife. I cannot thank Leslie enough for giving me the opportunity to fight back.